Hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I have really been looking forward to this call today because I'm going to be sharing you some ways to help you in showing up online more consistent than ever before and using a video format without actually having to be on camera. Munch Studio has recently rolled out some really new and exciting features that I'll be walking through on this call. And just started with Allie, and I'll be spending the next 30 minutes or so with you together. And before I got on this call, I was just thinking to myself, why is video content so hard? We know that it's so good for our business, so good for social media, and the algorithm is loving video content. It's a great way to get new eyes on you and a good way to bring value to your existing audience. But why is it so hard? And a couple things I wrote down, and maybe you'll feel the same way, is one, it's really hard to know what to say when you have the camera on you and it's starting to roll and you get those jitters. But also before you start filming, what is it that you should be saying to your audience and how can you be providing value? The other thing I wrote down is being on camera, right? It's not for everyone, right? Some people absolutely cannot stand being on camera. Or maybe you're not your brand, right? Maybe you're not the right person to be showing up on camera, but you're the person that's helping to run the account. Now, the third thing is time. Time, right? Maybe you're feeling this. That can be really hard to do any type of social media, but when it comes to writing scripts for your videos, being on camera and editing afterwards, it can be really time consuming. And that's exactly why Munch Studio was designed to help in saving you time while still allowing you to show up in a really consistent way on your social accounts. Now, I'm talking socials across TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. It's all here and it's all connected. So in this next 30 minutes together, I'm going to be showing you and walking you through the Munch Studio platform so that we can learn how to use it to your advantage. How this 30-minute call together can help in saving you time later on. Now, if you've been using Munch Studio for a long time already, amazing. Again, there's new updates that I'll be walking you through. So you're on this call at the perfect time to get ahead of the wave. Now, if you're brand new to Munch Studio, welcome. Great to have you. And I also want to say you are in the right spot because even if you're just getting started, well, you're coming in at an amazing time too. We have some really exciting free features for you to do everything kind of in one spot when it comes to your social media. Now, for this call today, I want to share the best way to make the most out of our time together. The first one is pull up Munch Studio. I'm going to be sharing screen with you. In fact, I pulled up three different accounts I want to walk you through. We're going to be demoing across these different accounts. You can see how the content is adjusted depending on your different niche or your different business, right? And the other thing to do is to stay engaged with me if you can. There's a Q&A box that's inside of this Zoom room. Should say Q&A and it should be at that very bottom for you. I'm going to pull up my menu now so I can see your questions as they come through. If you have any questions, put them in there. And at the very end of this call, I'm going to be setting aside time to answer those questions. And I'll pull my screen up and I'll demo them right there with you. So make the most of this time. Pull up Munch Studio and pull up your Q&A box so we can continue to kind of make this a collaborative call. All right, without further ado, I'll go ahead and share my screen and we can dive in together. Now, I'm kind of going to toggle back and forth. Like I said, I have like three different accounts that I want to show you. So I'll be sharing screen and kind of coming back and forth. Okay, which account do I want to show you first? Let me make sure I'm pulling up the right one here, okay? Perfect. Oh, you know what? And I'm going to stop sharing again because I want to make sure that I'm updating my settings so you can hear my sound. All right, there we go. Oh gosh, I shared the wrong one. You guys, I warned you about this. All right. Oh, I shared the wrong one again. Okay, let's go here. How am I consistently sharing the wrong one, you guys? Let me try this one more time, and if not, I'll just start demoing on a different account. That's no problem. All right. Okay. Anyhow, it's pulling up this account for me. Oh, wait, I have one last idea. I swear this will be my last time, you guys. I'm going to share the whole screen. There we go. So now we can kind of see me toggle between these different accounts. Okay, so here is the correct account that I want to show you guys. And the reason I want to show you this one is because I haven't done anything on this account yet. So this might be you if you're someone new that's coming in, right? You have an account, you've typed in your website or your URL. If you're not to that point yet, go to munchstudio.com and you can take a free trial. You'll put in your website, your URL, and it's automatically going to be generating content for you. So again, this account I just plugged in, and you can see here that it's creating this explore page with all of this ready to go content. Now, the purpose of this call is to lean specifically into video. But if you want, again, posts that are ready for you to hit publish on, you can see there's like 100 that's automatically created for me here underneath this explore page. This is going to be carousel content that you can swipe through. It's going to be still images, and it does have some video content too. That's going to be really short form. So let me just click on a couple of these so you can see, and then we'll dive into that video feature. So if you're here, something that I love to do is to jump in and start hearting our favorite pieces of content. That makes it easy for us to schedule this to go live later on. Now, like this one for right here, for example, is a carousel post. So we can actually end up clicking through this, and it's adding in these different tips, and it's pulling this beautiful imagery, some from my website directly, and others from stock footage. So it's ready to go, it's royalty free and ready for us to use. Now, this account in specific, like I said, I'll be showing you a few, is an interior design company. So you can see that reflected in all of these different posts that's available here. Now, let's see if I can find a reel for us. Mm. We've got a lot of carousels here. Okay, so let's go ahead and select this Create Content button. This is a new button that is now appearing across all accounts, so you should be able to see this on yours. I really love clicking this button and starting here because this allows you to choose the type of content that you want to be creating. Is that ready to post on brand reels, TikToks, and other videos for your platforms, right? So this is where we're going to be spending a lot of our time today. I also want to show you that we actually have a new feature called video scripts, where video scripts are automatically made for you. If you're ready to show up on camera, but again, you're not sure what to say, we will write a script for you and even give you cues on how to film that video. So all you have to do is grab your phone, press record, and then you'll upload it to Munch Studio, and we'll help you with the rest. The other part that we were just looking at is creating these different carousel posts. Okay, that's going to be really great for our Instagram, our LinkedIn, our Facebook. Now, the other thing that I'll point out is that you can turn any topic that you have, if you've created it on your own, into a post as well. So if you click on this, you can type in your topic of the types of posts you'd like to see, and Munch Studio will generate the rest. Now, let's say that you already have some video content. You can go ahead and repurpose that. So if you have a long form video, for example, that's 3 minutes or longer, you can plug that into Munch Studio and we'll munch it down into bite-sized pieces of content, about 30 seconds or so. Okay, so that way you're sharing snippets that the algorithm, that social media is going to love, and your future clients are going to love as well. You can also do other video editing, such as resizing your video and even adding in captions, subtitles, music, text on screen, etc. So let's go ahead and jump in, just like I promised, into our generated videos. Now from here, we're choosing the type of video we would like created for us. What I really love about this here is not necessarily content that you have to show up in or that you have to upload anything for. I'll show you how you can incorporate some of your own content into this section, but it's going to create videos with voiceovers, with beautiful, elegant, and relatable videos, right? That are really relative to your niche. And it's going to have the on-screen text, those the captions. So we get to choose the type of video that we would like to see. This first one here is if we want to share, top 5 tips or something like that, right? We're sharing a list. The second one is a step-by-step guide. I really love this one because it's how you're teaching your audience to do something, which again, that value-driven content is performing really well. Now, the other one is relatable post. Or relatable problem. So taking a problem that your client has and addressing that head on to give that advice. And lastly, lessons learned. So this one is relatable, right? I've been here, I've experienced this, and I'm going to show you how to avoid doing it the hard way. So again, for this one, I am a interior designer on this account. So let's go ahead and select our step-by-step guide. I'll click on this template here and then move to next. Now from here, we get to choose our video length. So I'll stick with 45 seconds, and then we're choosing our topic for the video. I do want to share, if you're not in love with any of these topics, you can go ahead and generate new ones, and instantly you'll see new content options appear. So let's read through a couple of these, and then we'll choose one together. So this one is saying door swing direction and hardware placement strategy. That's so specific, so niche. Designing media rooms that balance entertainment and family time. That's really cool. How we integrate smart home technology into design, the turnkey promise, what it means to step into a finished home, and designing flexible spaces for evolving family needs. Let's go with the media rooms that balance entertainment and family time. We'll go ahead and click on next, and it's asking who we want this to be narrated from. Is it I? Is it hi, I'm Allie and this is my company? Or is it we? We at Lexi Westgard Design, right? Since it's an interior brand, I'm going to go ahead and choose we. Then we're choosing the tone of voice. I'm going to go with innovative because I feel like that really matches this type of content, but you can choose anything that you'd like to see here. And then last, I think this is so fun. You get to choose who it is that's actually narrating the content that you're creating. So let's click on a couple of these.
Hey there, I'm Allison. Let me walk you through everything you need to know.
I'm Amanda. Let's get this conversation started, shall we?
I'm Juniper. Think of my voice as a breath of fresh air.
Hey, I'm Ryan. Let's make something great together.
I'm Nate. Clear, confident, and ready to go.
All right, let's
Juniper.
choose Juniper. But you can see how you really get to tailor this. All right, we're giving our project a name. I love the one that it's defaulted to. The goal of this video is nurturing our audience. So I'll choose traffic and nurture. And our distant platform, let's go ahead and stick with Instagram. Now, here's where you can add in your own media. So for example, if I had videos or photos that I wanted to incorporate of these media rooms, I can go ahead and add those in there. But the great part is you can skip that step completely and just make sure that this toggle is stayed on. That means that stock visuals are going to be incorporated inside of this. So let's go ahead and select Munch It. Here it takes about 7 seconds just to load, and then it'll take about 5 minutes before it generates the results for us. So in the meantime, I wanted to show you some of the tests that I've already ran across the different accounts. So let me stop sharing and then I'll switch over to the other screen. All right. So this is another account that I love to test on. It's Haya Health, and it's a kids supplement company. So obviously our content here, I'll just show you really quickly, this explore content looks completely different than the interior design company. Perfect, right? We don't want them to look exactly the same. So you'll see it's very colorful. We've got kids, we've got health food that's kind of incorporated inside of this. Now let's pop into our content area, or rather I'll show you how you can also access it through our projects. This is where all of our video content is going to be housed. So whether you're taking a long form video and making these short bite-sized clips, whether you're changing and resizing your video, or whether you're doing a voiceover video, you can have that here. Let me make sure one more time that I'm sharing the sound for you. And if not, holler at me in the Q&A. I'll open up that box now. So if you don't hear the audio, please let me know because I want to make sure you can hear this. Okay, let's go ahead and check out this one. In this video here that it automatically made for me, the topic is vitamin D deficiency in kids, signs and solutions. So let's watch this one together.
Parents watch their kid drag through soccer practice. Nobody connects vitamin D until their 8-year-old fell asleep at lunch. So they grabbed the first gummy vitamins from the store shelf. The sugar was making everything worse. They switched to super nutrients designed specifically for kids, but you still have to watch for the signs. Kids dragging through practice need real vitamin D.
All right, you guys.
Not sugar that makes it work.
That video was created without me thinking the idea without me adding in my own content and only taking 5 minutes for it to pull together. And that's one that I can go ahead and schedule to be posted and go live to my audience as soon as right now, or schedule it for next week or the following. You can create these videos and schedule them to go out so you can cross it off of your to-do. Pretty incredible, right? Now I'll show you one more example, and then I want to show you how we can create scripts for you if you do want to get a little bit more involved in that filming process. Then we'll loop back to see the results of our interior design brand. All right, sharing screen again. And let's jump into this project right here. I won't play the whole thing. We'll be really quick on this one. But this company is called Itchy Boots. It's a blogging company that teaches other bloggers. It's very niche. A company that helps, I can't even articulate it. They help motorcyclists to plan their adventures. So it's a blog site that helps motorcyclers plan their adventures and also teaches them how to blog. That's why I'm getting tongue twisted there. But again, I created that voiceover video, so I'll just play this really quick. This one I thought it was a really neat idea too. Planning your luggage system, adventure bike edition. So when you're gearing up your bike and you're getting ready to go, how do you do that? What's the best step? So let's go ahead and take a look together.
Wrong luggage ruins a 1,000-mile adventure. 3 tests I use to pick gear that won't fail. First, mount everything with gloves on. Time yourself. If it takes over 2 minutes, it'll fail you on the road. Second, load it heavy and ride rough terrain for an hour.
Okay, so this is just another example, and you can see how that different voices incorporated it. We have that on-brand content that's created for us. And just to show you this Explore page really quick, so you can see another differentiation between accounts, you can see that it's pulling in motorcycle content. So very different from the vitamins, very different from the interior design. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you is our video scripts. This is a rather new feature, and it's one that I brought up earlier. Your video script should be available for you, and this is content or content ideas that are generated based on your niche and based on your business. So let's just read through a couple of these topics and I'll show you how it works. So this one I thought was a really interesting idea. It's a car talk, the loneliness that reminds you that you're not alone. Or why moto vloggers, there we go, there's a word for it, you guys. Why moto vloggers should film the maintenance. 3 editing moves that save your ride footage. So these are incredible, and in fact, you can add more if you'd like. You can create one here, choosing your platform, and then choosing a topic that you really love. So we can go ahead and just create a new one while we're together. Let's say we want to film it for TikTok. And again, we can generate new topic ideas to kind of give that a refresh. But let's say vlogging on a budget, essential gear under $500. We'll click next. You get to choose kind of where or kind of the vibe that you want that video script to be. Is it while you're getting ready, while you're walking and talking? Is it podcast style? Is it car talk? Let's do a walk and talk since we don't have one of those yet. I'll go ahead and click Munch It. This one will just take a couple of minutes to create that video script for us. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at this one, the loneliness that reminds you you are not alone. We'll view the script here. And you can see that this is telling you, sit in the driver's seat, engine off, phone propped up on the dash or held at eye level. No helmet, no gear, just you close to camera, like you're about to tell a friend something real. I love that it's even including because it knows the brand. Take your helmet off, take off your gear, and be really authentically just you. Now we have our script, including a hook. There was a moment on my last trip where I pulled over and just sat there. Not because anything was wrong, because nothing was. It was somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Engine shut off, no signal, no one around, and I realized I had no one to tell about how beautiful it was. It goes on and on. And the other part in the way that I really love to use this is the prompter mode. So you can see here, you're just now looking at that content and it's cueing you along the way. Now, when you're done, you can go ahead and click on I filmed it, even upload your content inside of Munch Studio and then schedule it directly inside of here. Now, our new script is ready for us, budget gear that actually works under $500. So let's view this script really quickly. Here we see our script. Oh, I want to show you too, there's inspiration. So this kind of gives you an idea on how you can film it. And we also have filming tips. So if you are newer to getting out the camera and starting to record yourself, this is going to give you some awesome tips to get started. Now, here's our script. We'll just kind of quickly talk through the hook on this one. Every gear list I see online is built for someone with thousands of dollars and a sponsor. Here's what our Academy students actually start with, and it's under 500. I love that. That's speaking directly to the audience, and it really gets you to go, oh, maybe I need to hear this. All right, so let's go back to our interior design company again. Right here. And it looks like it's just wrapping up. Give it a little refresh, see if it works for us. Okay, hopefully it's still loading and didn't. Oh, actually, it is ready for us. Perfect timing. Okay, so let's take a look at this one for the first time together. Again, the topic is designing media rooms that balance entertainment and family. All right, let's go.
Most media rooms feel like basement afterthoughts. We'll show you 3 decisions that change everything. First, float your seating away from walls. Position screens at eye level 8 feet back. Second, choose warm neutrals with rich textures. Skip the stark black leather for refined, livable interiors. Third, layer your lighting. Combine ambient ceiling fixtures with task lighting and accent spots. You know it works when the space feels intentional, not like entertainment equipment. Media rooms can be sophisticated living spaces, not afterthoughts. At Lexi Westergaard Design, we treat every room as intentional design.
You guys, what did we think of that? Let me know in the Q&A if you haven't popped in there yet. Is this something you feel like you'll use? Or what are you thinking of these results? I'd love to hear from you. And I'll walk you through a couple other things just since we have the time on this call. But if you have any questions too, put it in the Q&A box. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to just take the rest of this time to demo anything that you'd like to see, especially when it comes to these video features. Daniel, I saw that you had a quick question here. Please show us Facebook business campaigns. I'll share screen and kind of walk you through some of that Facebook content. It's, I suppose you could call it a campaign, kind of creating that Facebook content specifically. So a lot of the Facebook content, first off, if you are doing a video, let me show you. When we click share, we can choose the platform that we want to share it across. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. So Daniel, if you're kind of looking for video content for Facebook, you can use this feature as well. Now you get to type in a description here based on this content, but in a lot of scenarios, it's actually going to be writing that for you. So Daniel, let's jump into the Explorer really quickly. And I want to show you that you can actually filter by platform as well as status. So like I mentioned earlier, I love being able to save content and then take 10 minutes out of your day to actually schedule when it's time. Now, so again, if you want to do that, you can click saved. If you do want to see your scheduled content, you can go ahead and click on that here too, or your content that's already been published. But let's go ahead and jump down to our Facebook platform so we can see this content that's been created for us. What I love here, it says photo, I believe, is Lexi, like the owner of this company, and was pulled directly from the website itself. So this is the Facebook specific content that's ready for us to jump in and share. You can also edit anything here if you'd like to. You can click this edit button to adjust any of that text that's been written for you, adjust any colors, font, etc. You also have the option when you're going to share this to change that description. So again, it's been written for you because Munch Studio is about saving you time. But if you want to completely redo it or just make little minor tweaks and adjustments, you can do that here before selecting schedule. Now, the last thing that I wanted to walk you through is your brand settings. I think this is important because your brand settings is almost like your filter, right? Everything that Munch Studio is going to be creating for you is filtered through your brand. This is how it knows how to differentiate the motorcycle brand from the kids' vitamins from the interior design. So this is all pulled directly from your website automatically. So you don't need to create this. It's been created. But what I'd highly recommend to get content that's most tailored and most specific to you is to jump in here and make sure that business description is really reflective. This might be a paragraph long, but you can add on to this. Add another paragraph or two or tweak what's already here to make it more correct, right? We want this to be a way that serves you and helps you to get ready to go content as quickly as possible. And so jumping in here and giving us more context is only going to help the results. Same thing with the problem that you solve. Like we saw earlier, Munch Studio knows what the biggest pain points of your client is by what you've written here, and it's able to produce content based on that. So don't sleep on your brand settings, everybody. I'd highly recommend jumping in here. Now, Daniel, I saw that you added a couple more things into the chat, so let me stop sharing and I'll take a look at that. All right, other question is my account still tells me that it's not connected because I haven't done YouTube, but I don't have nor have ever posted anything on YouTube. Any way to get rid of that warning sign? All right, so let me see inside of this account, for example, for anyone else that's just getting started inside of Munch Studio, this is going to be a really key spot for you to begin. So I'm happy you pointed this out, Daniel. These are your integrations. So you're able to connect across all of these different accounts. And it's awesome, Daniel. It sounds like you're connected, you're jumping in, but you're like, hey, I don't have YouTube. I don't like, please don't tell me that I need to connect it because I don't want to. That's totally fine. You don't have to connect across every single account. Only the ones that you plan on using. If you have any trouble for someone that's just starting to integrate, please click on our guides or you can watch this video that I've created walking you through how to connect your accounts later on. All right, so for the YouTube warning sign that you're getting, I haven't seen that pop up specifically. This account doesn't have anything connected actually, but where you might be seeing that is inside of your planner. Sometimes if you go to schedule out content and it's not connected, it'll give you this big kind of warning sign to let you know, hey, even though you've scheduled that content, it's not going to be going live. So that's an area where it'd kind of give you that warning. But if you're seeing that in other places, Daniel, you can certainly get in touch with the team and see if there's a way to toggle that off for you. Our email is support@munchstudio.com if you want to reach out to them. Oh, and Daniel, I'm seeing it is on the calendar. So what I'd recommend for you, I can give you some advice, is your calendar here is based off of your content strategy. So content strategy is another one of those that's been automatically created for you. I suppose I'm not seeing the warning signs because my content strategy doesn't include YouTube. So here's what I'd recommend that you do today. You can jump into content strategy, Daniel, select change platforms, and then just remove YouTube. That way it doesn't pop up for you anymore. And then it's removed so you don't have to think about it like as a spot that's not being fulfilled on your calendar. So you can go ahead and remove it there. I think that would help, just like if I've removed one of these. Now, if you do want to change your content strategy further for anyone that might be interested in doing that, let's say you're like, there's no way I can withhold doing 7 pieces of Facebook content a week. That would be nice, right? But if that doesn't actually fit your schedule, you can click on this edit button, scroll down to Facebook, and then start removing some of these too. That way you can customize it, but it's going to be based off of our expert recommendations. But that doesn't mean you have to fill every single gap here, right? We want it to be manageable and we want it to be something that gets us excited to jump into. So let me go ahead and stop sharing again. And Daniel, thanks so much for your message and for all of your questions today. I don't think there's any more questions unless you want to sneak one in, anybody else. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for your time. I hope that you're leaving as excited as I am for this and some of the really fun changes that are here. If you are someone that doesn't want to be on camera, that wants to save themselves time, and you want support when it comes to editing, publishing, and even thinking of these ideas. So that way you don't have to start from scratch anymore. Munch Studio is that solution, and I'm so excited for everything that you can now do all from inside of one spot. So thank you guys again for joining me. And if you're new to Munch Studio, again, there's a free trial on munchstudio.com, so you can jump in and start enjoying it today. All right, thanks everyone. See ya.